War plagued much of the earliest 20th century. Both world wars had left the world drastically changed, with new technologies, new governments, and new relationships between the countries of the world. After World War II, it was clear, however, that two major superpowers remained strong: the United States and the U.S.S.R. The relationship between these two countries was much more than a budding rivalry. The Cold War, as it is known, was a period of tension between these two superpowers. It was a geopolitical conflict in which no large-scale fighting was actually done. It was more a battle of ideologies: capitalism versus communism. Because there was no large-scale fighting between the countries, their battle for dominance was expressed through other means, such as propaganda, espionage, embargoes, psychological warfare, sports, and technology. However, this does not mean that life was not lost during the Cold War. The two countries often played puppeteer, manipulating smaller countries into war with another to exercise their hostilities. These proxy wars included the Soviet-Afghan War, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War, as they are known here in the West. Proxy warfare was often preferred over a conventional war due to fear of a nuclear holocaust. However, at one point, we came very close to a full-scale nuclear war. The world was spared from this fate by one man, Vasily Arkhipov. But this leads to the question, what did Arkhipov do? On October 27, 1962, a group of U.S. Navy destroyers and the aircraft carrier U.S.S. Randolph detected a Soviet submarine B-59 in the Caribbean near Cuba. So the U.S. Navy began dropping signaling depth charges in order to scare B-59 into coming to the surface and being identified. However, the story was much different on B-59. The crew hadn't received contact from Moscow in days, and the sub was so far deep that it could not monitor any radio traffic. Those on board the vessel did not know if the sounds from the depth charges meant that war had already broken out. So the captain, Valentin Grigorievich Savitsky, decided that the war had probably started and wanted to launch their own weapons. And normally, with just the approval of the captain and one other officer, the launch could be authorized. However, on B-59, due to Arkhipov having such high rank, the authorization of all three officers was required. Arkhipov was against the launch, which caused an argument between Arkhipov, the captain, and another political officer. Eventually, Arkhipov convinced the captain to surface and await orders from Moscow. Arkhipov's persuasion effectively stopped the nuclear war that would have been caused by the torpedo, and despite a few reprimands, Arkhipov continued to serve in the Soviet Navy until he retired in the mid-1980s. He would later die in 1998 from kidney cancer caused by radiation. And what happened on B-59 wasn't very well known until 4 years after Arkhipov's death. In 2002, a retired commander who was on the sub held an interview revealing that the submarines were in fact armed with nuclear torpedoes, and Arkhipov's persuasion was the reason that those weapons had not been fired. Robert McNamara, the U.S. Secretary of Defense at the time, stated that in 2002 that we came very close to nuclear war, closer than we knew at the time. Another advisor for the John F. Kennedy administration and a historian continued this thought by stating, this was not only the most dangerous moment of the Cold War, but it was the most dangerous moment in human history. I know this video is a little different from what you guys usually expect from me, and it's something that I want to try moving forward. If you visit my channel a lot, you may have noticed that the majority of my older videos are no longer on the video tab, and they're not really gone. I just made them unlisted and moved them to a playlist in the playlist section. So if you ever want to watch them, that's where you can do it. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help me out and knowing what you guys want to see and what you guys don't want to see. And with that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.